Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 25 of 36 here in Season 1 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, which means after to this race, there is only one race left of the regular season before the 10-race chase for the championship begins. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Iowa 400 here at Iowa Speedway. One of the best short track races we're probably going to have, or at least I hope. But for this race, I have another guest commentator, return commentator. Please welcome to the booth, Mr. Dylan Young. How are you doing today, Dylan?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here at Iowa Speedway. And I think I can agree that Iowa Speedway, it is probably one of my favorite short tracks to go, but at times it can get crazy too, so you never know what to expect on this track.
Yes, so if you would to talk to the people watching, what do you think are some key characteristics of a track like this here at Iowa?
Well, I think the main things about Iowa is that, it's unpredictability. And basically, I mean, I've seen things where people start up in the front and they didn't end up winning the race. So you could be anywhere in this race winning. And the key problems you got to watch out for, especially whether it's this Iowa or the day version of this, I believe we're in the night version, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's true. Thank you for that one there. Turn two, obviously, there's an area there where as soon as you get off the corner, they will have a good chance of wrecking. I think you could probably see it towards the back of the field when we'll do the starting lineup. They'll get really loose and they'll just bash into each other, maybe into the wall too. And then turn four, kind of like the same thing, but then it's like I say, unpredictability. So you never know what to expect in this race.
Exactly. And now we are going to go in depth with the top 10 drivers, and then we'll just skim through to the rest of the field like always. But starting on the pole is going to be, funny enough, it's going to be the brother of the driver who won last week at a short track at Bristol, Carlos Rodriguez. He comes into this race 37th in points, so he has not had a very good season. Maybe he can turn that around and get a win and be the 15th driver to win a race and possibly get in the chase. Starting second is going to be the 22 of Ian Siegel, who comes into the race 32nd in points. While lately his luck has been going a little more towards the good side, he's been getting some good finishes as of late, but he's in desperate need to get a win if he wants to have any shot at making this 10 race chase. Starting third is going to be Trent Dunham. Now, Trent Dunham had a top 5 car last week at Bristol before he got into that incident with Austin LaPlante, and there were not very kind words said towards one another after that incident took place. But funny but good thing for Trent Dunham, he doesn't have Austin LaPlante around him, at least for the moment. But Trent Dunham comes into this race 25th in points. We'll see if he can get himself a win this year. Starting fourth is going to be a driver who has been very, very hungry, and he's moved himself up to the 24th position in points after being around 37, 38 all season long. Dylan Thero. He's gotten a good streak of top 10 finishes as of late. Came in, I believe, fourth last week at Bristol and led a lot in the beginning. But we'll see if Dylan Thero can pull off the same thing but win this time. And then rounding out the top 5 is going to be Seth Cole, who comes in 26th in points. He had a leading car early on in Bristol, and he came through with a top 10 finish. We'll see if he can get himself a win. Starting 6th is going to be the driver who finished 3rd at Bristol and is 40th in points, Chris Dollarton. We'll see if he can win. Starting 7th is going to be our Chicagoland winner, and he is 16th in points, Noah Hart. If he wants to get locked in the chase, he needs to get himself a second win in order to get locked in for sure. Starting 8th is going to be our two-time winner from Rockingham, UK, and Talladega, Chris Oliver. He comes in 14th in points, but luckily for him, he's got the 2 wins, so he's in good shape to make the chase. Rounding out the top 10, number 9 position is going to go to the 8 of Rue McIntyre, and he comes into this race 38th in points. He has had a very frustrating season. Last week at Bristol, he finished dead last. Hopefully he can turn that luck around and get himself a good finish. Rounding out the top 10 is going to be the 43 of Henrietta Fitzwater, who's 28th in points. We'll see if she can have a better finish this week. The rest of the field are Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Sonny Hammond, Barney Taylor, points leader Jessica Shelton, Henry Nova, Chris Michaels, Matt McIntyre, Eric Burden, Dylan Young, Joshua Michaels, Cody Lamas, Cameron Bailey, Daniel Day, Ibrahim, Nathan Hudson, Charles Jackson, Austin Weiner, Kyle Matthews, Fred Schaefer, our winner from the Daytona 500 and last week at Bristol, Charlie Rodriguez, Ian Dutta, Cole Daly, Nick Smith, Cody Hagan, Danny Wells, Chris Nelson, David Rivera, Jordan Culp, Chris Washer, and then the last row is Tommy Mooney and our winner from Watkins Glen, Zachary Fitzwater. So that is a look at your field. We are getting ready to go green. So Dylan, who are some drivers you would look to see possibly get a win here tonight?
Well, looking at the driver who's starting fifth right now, Seth Cole, I think he's going to have a really good chance to win. And normally, I really don't see him as a short track racer, but he's in a very good starting spot. So keep an eye on the little Debbie Toyota Camry as pace car dives down the pit road. Green
Boogity,
flag
boogity,
inbound.
boogity, let's go racing, boys and girls. I'm going to go with the guy who's now going for second, and that is Trent Dunham, and now he's going to try to go for the lead here.
Whoa, look how close they are. Holy
They were
cow.
almost 4 wide coming off of 2 right there. That was a
Ooh,
close
14's a little
call.
close to 22.
Uh-oh,
Ooh,
they make contact. Oh, Seth Cole
and
gets
there's
turned. Sonny Hammonds and,
the 21 just got clipped.
yeah, I saw Chris Oliver get spun.
Oh, another wreck, I think. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
33 got involved.
yeah, Tommy Mooney, who had 11th place finish last week at Bristol.
Yeah, and that was the key thing we mentioned too earlier, and they're making pit stops right now. Was
And
that you
Trent
got to watch
Dunham
out
got
for
the
turn 2
lead.
and turn 4.
And Trent Dunham got the lead.
So much for my pick. Sorry, Seth.
Well, he didn't really get any damage. I believe he can come back from this. We'll have to double check to be sure.
Yeah, I think there was a gap too for the cars that went down pit road. I think the top 7 are in pit road now. I think the rest of the field are coming down.
Yeah, I see Michael Norman staying out. Fred Schaefer, Nick Smith staying out. There's Seth Cole, and there's let's see what's who else decided to stay out. I'm trying to find them. See David Rivera staying out. And I believe you had Daniel Day, Danny Wells, Charlie Rodriguez, and Michael Norman. So I'd say,
The funny thing I realized too is that some of the cars beat out the guys that stayed on pit road.
yeah, Trent Dunham came out of pits first, and he's going to restart third. But anyways, that is how our lineup is looking to be. We will now take a look at a replay to see what brought out the caution for the first time tonight here at Iowa. Well, they were getting pretty racy back here for third. Seth Cole, Dylan Thero, Ian Siegel, and Noah Hart almost 4 wide. Seth Cole and Dylan Thero make some contact. Dylan Thero into the wall, and that's going to turn the 47 around. And then we had a second incident take place with the 17 of Sonny Hammond. There you see Chris Oliver turning in front of Joshua Michaels. Wow, look at that, 4 wide, and they did not wreck.
Oh, the 33 plowed into the 43 right there, and then 24 runs into the 43's right front. But it looked like coming off 4, a lot of cars got really close off the turn, and a few cars got around. We saw the 47 go around. We saw the 17. Oh, that is not a good spot right there.
Yeah.
And I think there were a few other, and I think there was one other car that also got turned from that type of situation. But let's look at the 17 real quickly. It's Sonny Hammond. Yeah, you can just see like how they're going, and obviously this is the start of the race. I can understand that they're nearly going 4 wide right there. Jessica Shelton trying to thread the needle there. 21 not in a good spot there. Is going to get sandwiched between the 17 and the 34. Yeah, the 77 clips the 43 right there. I did figure that was going to happen.
Yes.
And the good part, yeah, the 42 really didn't get damage off that. There's the 33 of Tommy Mooney running right into the 43 of Henry.
Oh, and there was Cody Hagan, Cole Daly, Fred Schaefer who spun. And then, oh,
ooh,
man.
I think the 33 is safe to say his day, or excuse me, his night is possibly going to be over. But Henrietta's got a lot of back end damage. I don't think it's really going to affect her a lot, but
You
then
never
again,
know.
we're a short track, so
Yeah. Well, that was a look at what brought out the caution for the first time tonight. We will now take you to the restart. Well, the lights are out on the pace car, which means we will go green flag next time by. So currently the driver's out of the race. We only have one car out of the race, and that is Tommy Mooney. Tough break for him. But the top 20 as they get to ready for the restart, Michael Norman is your leader, Charlie Rodriguez second, Trent Dunham third, fourth Danny Wells, fifth will be Daniel Day, sixth Dylan Thero, seventh will be David Rivera, eighth Chris Michaels, ninth Nick Smith, Rue McIntyre's the top 10. Then it's Fred Schaefer, Carlos Rodriguez, Chris Dollarton, Jessica Sheldon, Noah Hart, Eric Burden, Ibrahim, Austin LaPlante, Ian Siegel, and Joshua Michaels. That is your top 20 once they go green, which we are getting ready to. And the weird thing is, some of these drivers stayed out, everybody else pitted, and yet Trent Dunham's up here in third because he managed to beat some people who stayed out. But here we go, green flag is down. Michael Norman gets a great restart.
yeah, he had a very good restart there. Probably that or the 18 didn't get going. Trent Dunham, no surprise there. He's going for second.
Yeah, and look back here. We got a battle for fourth back here between four cars. Daniel Day, Dylan Thero. Wow, he almost got into
I
Daniel.
think Thero's in a bad spot.
Oh, and
Oh, there
Trent
goes
Dunham gets
Dunham.
turned.
And that's the key thing we mentioned. The caution's out. And, oh, I hope they didn't wreck it up badly.
I think they all kept it together. Oh, wait a minute. Back here, Danny Wells, Matt McIntyre gets into each other.
It don't look like it's too bad, though, but...
Oh, Noah Hart's got a big buckle, and Carlos Rodriguez has rear end damage. Eric Burden with a buckle on his hood.
Oh, boy. Yeah, turn 4 is really going to have to be the key issue. We're gonna
Oh,
keep an eye
Sonny
on
Hammond
something.
is on pit road. Oh, Jessica Sheldon. Sheldon's got a blown motor. Man, this is the second straight race she's run into trouble. But luckily for her, she's already locked into the chase. But still, this is the second straight week she is going to have issues here on a short track.
Well, I understand about the part of trying to make sure you're locking yourself in the chase, but I think the more DNFs you have before heading into the chase really does not help, and Sheldon really needs to turn around quickly.
Yes, she does. I see some side damage on Dylan Young, but for the most part, he's good to go. And there's more drivers coming down pit road. I see Cameron Bailey. He's got a little buckle on the hood, but not too bad. It looks like, and there's Cole Daly, Chris Oliver with a buckle on his hood.
Yeah, the thing I also noticed too is that these cars, how they're getting a lot of right side damage from bouncing off the wall, that's mostly been off of 4 there. I think you're going to notice they're coming off right where the pace car is at now. That's where they start going to hit the wall when they slide up, and it's been a key thing that they've been doing a lot throughout this race. So we'll see what's going to happen later on.
Yes, indeed. And now we will take a look at a replay to see what brought out the caution for the second time here at Iowa. Well, here's a look at it. All starts with this battle for second between Trent Dunham and Charlie Rodriguez. They make contact, and then they go up into the outside wall, and that's going to turn to 1. The 36 gets a piece of it. And then look back here around Danny Wells. See what's going to happen.
Look how stacked up they are, too. Some guys are slowing down. Ooh, the $34 ran to the 30. Oh, my goodness. Some of the cars got lucky, but Oliver wasn't.
Yeah, he gets one of the worst ends of that deal right there. Now we're trying to look up ahead and see if there was any more pileups, which doesn't look like it did. But let's try and take a look and see up here with Noah Hart. Oh, there was another incident that took place back here, off of 2.
Shelton right there too, and I think that's where it starts.
Yeah, let's take a look at it back here. Oh, it's Dollarton and Sheldon go up into the wall, and then back there Ian Siegel gets sideways, but he saves it. And that's where Eric Burden's going to get his damage. And wow, he just gave her a little shove into the outside wall.
77 took a hard bounce off the wall too.
Yeah, there's Burden, there's 56 of Noah Hart. And then up here is where the second portion of the wreck happens.
Yeah, I was also wondering about that too. How does a 15 miss that? That was a close call right there.
Yeah, let's take a look at Barney Taylor, who's one of the 5 locked-in drivers in the chase due to his position and points as well as 3 wins this season. Let's see this.
Oh, the 78 bounces up the wall right there all by himself. And watch the 15 does a great job. Oh,
Wow.
two cars almost hit that car right there, but good driving right there for the Peak Toyota Camry, and she's going to be in a very good spot.
Yeah, Barney Taylor, you probably couldn't even fit a piece of paper in between him and Danny Wells. I was so close.
Great driving right there. That shows why these people are in the series are in a very good one here, and these are some elite drivers in there.
Yes, indeed, as well as some very well proven rookies like Austin Weiner, among others. But tough break for a lot of people like Sheldon. And there you see David Rivera, he's coming down pit road, probably to get some tires and fuel. But that was a look at what brought up the caution for the second time. We will take you to the restart once again. Pace car lights are out. Michael Norman is still your leader. And after that, the list of drivers out of the race are Chris Oliver, Noah Hart, Eric Burden, Jessica Sheldon, and Sonny Hammond. Now Michael Norman's your leader. Second is Nick Smith. Third, Rue McIntyre. Fourth, Daniel Day. Fifth is going to be Dylan Thero. Sixth, Trent Dunham, who's still up here after he got spun. Seventh, Ibrahim. Eighth, Chris Michaels. Ninth, Fred Schaefer. Rounding out the top 10 is David Rivera. Then it's Austin LaPlante, Ian Siegel, Chris Washer, Kyle Matthews, Charles Jackson, Chris Nelson, Barney Taylor, Seth Cole, Jordan Culp, Nathan Hudson, the top 20. Then it's Chris Dollarton, Danny Wells, Matt McIntyre, Austin Weiner, Cody Hagan, Joshua Michaels, Charlie Rodriguez, Cody Lamas, Henry Nova, Henrietta Fitzwater, Carlos Rodriguez, Ian Dutta, Zachary Fitzwater, Cole Dally, and then Dylan Young and Cameron Bailey. And we are green now.
Yeah, I
And
don't think anyone's going to be safe on this race. I don't care if you're the leader. I don't care if you're a lap car or something. Nick Smith is going for the lead, but Michael Norman,
oh, they made
good
some
spot.
contact, but they keep it together.
No one's in a good spot right now, especially coming off this turn. Oh boy.
Uh
Caution's out, but oh, Norman in the wall. I don't think we have anything going on like in the front stretch, but the caution's out.
oh,
And
Dollarton's
for Chris
back
Dollarton.
here. Ian Dutta's got some damage. That might have been from earlier though. I think we got away with a solo car spin. It looked like. So I
Which is
don't see
odd. Oh,
anybody else.
actually, I see a wreck that happened on the backstretch there.
Yeah, I'm also looking back here. See, oh, Kyle Matthews has some side damage. Oh, Cameron Bailey. Cameron Bailey's got damage, so he must have been
Oh,
involved in this.
what is she doing?
He must be trying to get his lap back because I think, or try to get back on the tail end of the longest line. But some drivers are coming down pit road now, and then we got all this back here, but they're settling it out. But Nick Smith's got around Michael Norman. He is going to be your leader when we get to the restart, but we are going to take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution for the third time tonight here at Iowa.
That reckless driving.
All right, so we see this battle. Wow, they were 4 wide almost between Danny
Real
Wells and Matt
high.
McIntyre. And they made
Yeah,
contact. Danny Wells bounced off the wall. Wow, he went up in the air, and then Dollarton gets turned by Henrietta Fitzwater, and that's what happens. Meanwhile, back here, it looks like everything's fine. Oh, man. 4 wide. Oh, Dylan Young. Wow, he saved a great job by that 2 car.
see, this is why I mentioned before. We got big name drivers that are in this series, and this is why they can keep themselves having a great season in any of the rides, and that's a pure example right there.
Yeah, wow, look at this battle for the lead that's going on between the 20 of Nick Smith and Rue McIntyre. But unfortunately for Rue McIntyre, he's going to have to wait till the next restart if he wants to have a shot at getting the lead. But luckily we got a excuse me. Luckily we got away with just a solo car spin for the most part. But
Yeah, that's the thing I can agree on too. Plus, it's kind of like survival mode, Iowa, so be careful, folks.
yes, indeed. But anyways, that was a look at what brought the caution for the third time. We will take you back to once again the restart. Well, lights are out on the pace car, and nobody's out of the race after that caution, so everybody else is good to go. Nick Smith's your leader, Rue McIntyre second, Daniel Day all of a sudden up here in third. Fourth is Michael Norman. Fifth, Trent Dunham. Sixth, Ibrahim. Seventh, Dylan Thero. Eighth, Chris Michaels. Ninth, David Rivera. Fred Schaefer's your top 10. Then it's Austin LaPlante, Ian Siegel, Chris Washer, Charles Jackson, Seth Cole, Chris Nelson, Barney Taylor, Kyle Matthews, Nathan Hudson, Jordan Culp, the top 20. Then it's Austin Weiner, Cole Daly, Henrietta Fitzwater, Cody Hagan, Carlos Rodriguez, Joshua Michaels, Cody Lamas, Ian Dutta, Chris Dollarton, Charlie Rodriguez, the top 30. Then it's Henry Nova, Matt McIntyre, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Young, Danny Wells, and Cameron Bailey. That is the cars on the lead lap, and now we're going green, and Rue McIntyre doesn't get a very good jump, and he's going to be under attack from Daniel Day.
And another thing, I know Stu Bow for the fourth position. Trent Dunham, Michael Norman, good buddies right there. Oh, never mind, go back in line. Oh, they're 3 wide behind. That is not in a good. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, man, we should
Uh-oh.
keep an eye
Here we
out
go.
back here.
The depth turn.
And Ibrahim, and he saved it, but the caution's still out. Who's in this? Oh, Dylan Young's back here, but I think doesn't really look all that different.
I mean, that damage has been normal, and these guys are pitting, which I have no idea why. And
There he is, and Nathan Hudson.
I think I saw one of the leader cars that's on there. On pit road. I don't know if he was taking a pit stop or something. 77.
Yeah, Cameron Bailey's got damage. Zachary Fitzwater. So, we're trying to take a look up here. Look at everybody. Michael Norman came down pit road, as too did Daniel Day.
Wait a minute. 36 car. Doesn't he have damage?
Let's take a look.
I don't think he does. Maybe my eyes are like a little.
No, he's good.
He's good. I thought for a moment he's got damage, but I see a wreck that happened on the front stretch too, because you could see by the marks. But oh boy, we're gonna have to take a look at this on the replay here. So caution's out on lap 18 of 38.
We will be right back with a replay of what brought the caution for the 4th time here at Iowa.
Before. No?
Well, let's take a look at this. There you see Nathan Hudson running with Jordan Culp and Cole Daly. And it looks like he and Daly made contact, and that forced Nathan Hudson up to the wall, and that caused him to spin, but the caution was already out. So we'll take a look at what happened earlier.
Weiner got held up a little bit.
Lamas and Rodriguez and Fitzwater. That's how they all get in that. They were trying to avoid that spinning 38, but he was just all over the place, and they couldn't avoid.
Yeah, that's the safe thing to say right there. But something happened to Dylan Young, because that's where I believe the caution originally came out for.
Oh, see, we're going to take a look. He's 3 wide with Henry Nova and Chris Dollarton back here.
Which obviously, that's not a good thing. And
yeah, Nova just bounced off the wall and got into the 2, but luckily for the 2, he doesn't hit nothing. And he's going to spin it out one more time, and then he's going to keep it straight. So that is what the caution initially came out for, but then we had the incident with Nathan Hudson up ahead where he gets hit by Carlos Rodriguez, Cody Lamas, and Zachary Fitzwater on the front stretch. But luckily for Dylan Young, he's going to be able to save that car. He'll have to probably come down in the pits soon to get fresher rubber, because that car has got to have worn out tires after spinning all that much. But luckily for him, he's still going to be on the track. We will now take you to the restart. Well, lights are out on the pace car, which means now we are halfway through. So we are now at, I believe, 19 laps to go. Nick Smith is your leader. Now, updated list of drivers out of the race are Cody Lamas, Zachary Fitzwater, and Nathan Hudson. So those cars are out. Your top 20 is going to be Nick Smith, the leader, Rue McIntyre second, and look at Ibrahim. He has had a very, very miserable season, and he's running in third. Trent Dunham 4th, 5th, Dylan Thero 6th, David Rivera 7th, Chris Michaels 8th, Ian Siegel 9th, Austin LaPlante. Rounding out the top 10 is Charles Jackson. Then it's Seth Cole, Fred Schaefer, Chris Washer, Barney Taylor, Chris Nelson, Kyle Matthews, Jordan Culp, Cole Daly, Cody Hagan, and Henrietta Fitzwater, the top 20.
kind of ironic too that the cars number 6 and 7 are position 6 and 7. The
That
irony in that.
happened before a couple of races ago where it was Rivera 6th, 7th, Michaels 8th, Rue, all right there. I thought that was pretty funny. But
The
Rue
green
gets a
flag
better
back out.
start, and
Oh.
here he comes to the inside to try to get the lead.
I'd be a little worried if I were Nick Smith there, because good thing cleared up.
Yeah, he
But
got cleared of him.
I don't think we're gonna go through. I don't think we're gonna go through easy.
Yeah, and the
The
caution
caution's
flag is
out.
back out. Oh, and Rue bounced off the wall, but he keeps it the lead, and he's going to be your leader. Let's see who's in this. Oh, Matt McIntyre, Chris Dollarton, Charlie Rodriguez again.
Cameron Bailey got involved again, and
Or he could be coming down pit road again.
that's pretty much it. And you got to give credit to one person who's actually been surviving all day, and I think he hasn't had a lot of damage. Give credit to Austin Weiner in the 5 car. He has been really impressing me throughout this entire race. And you see the 31 coming up pit road, but the 5 car has really impressed me out there. I know he's in the 22nd position right now, but man, I'll tell you something. He's been having such a great season, and he's actually impressed me a lot for one of the people I've not seen, in any other series. So give credit to the 5 car right there.
Yeah, and he is one of the 5 locked-in drivers due to his 3 wins that came at Coca-Cola. And he's the first and only driver this season to win races in a consecutive order. He won at Indianapolis and then at Montreal. And he is second in points, and he is a locked-in driver in the chase. But tough break for some of these other guys, and there's more drivers coming down pit road. I see Dylan Young, Danny Wells. But Rue McIntyre, this is going to be the first time all season that 8 car is going to be a leader in a race. While we are under the caution, let's take a look at a replay to see what happened. Well, here's a look at what happens. Cameron Bailey's up against the wall, and they were 4 wide right there, almost 6 wide. And then Chris Dollarton was like the meat and the sandwich between the 42 and the 18. And then
Yeah.
Michael Norman gets spun.
Yeah, the 3 car got spun out and nearly tapped the 2, so that's why we knew why Norman and Young were on pit road. But well, that was interesting though. Dollarson almost slipped it over in the 34, and man, imagine if they actually tried 6 wide here. Obviously that would not work, but that would be a sight to see.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at this one more time, and we're going to go with the helicopter camera so we can really get a great angle. Look at that, already they're getting ready to approach, and it's almost 5 wide at the moment. Now almost 6 wide.
Yeah, just right there. Man, imagine if they had that right there. That'd be unreal. But Dollarton, he took a big chunk of that damage right there from smacking the wall and going airborne. The dynamics and the transmission, it really just does not help right there. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I think Chris Dollarton's gonna be out of the race, and I think it's gonna be the only one right there. But caution's out. Let's take you back to green.
Yes, indeed. Well, lights are out on the pace car, which means we will go green next time by, and it will be 13 laps to go here. Updated list of drivers out of the race. I'm not sure if Cameron Bailey's out or he's a lap down, but we're going to double check to be sure. Yeah, he's still on track. He's a lap down. But Rue McIntyre is your leader. Second is Nick Smith. Third, Ibrahim. Fourth, Trent Dunham. Fifth will be David Rivera. Sixth is Dylan Thero. Seventh, Ian Siegel. Eighth is Charles Jackson. Ninth, all of a sudden, is Chris Washer. And then rounding out the top 10 is Austin LaPlante. Then it's Chris Michaels, Barney Taylor, Seth Cole, Chris Nelson, and his teammate Jordan Culp. Then Kyle Matthews, Cole Daly, Ian Dutta, Joshua Michaels, and Austin Weiner is your top 20. Let's see what's going to happen when they have this lap car of Cameron Bailey all over the place.
Yeah. And this is going to be probably the only time they're going to have to deal with Cameron Bailey in the inside line because we're getting closer, 10 laps to go. We're going to keep an eye on that 10 car too, just in case if something bad is going to happen because,
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Nelson bounced off the wall, but I think he's going to save it. Oh, man. 4 wide.
This is not going to work. And we're still green somehow.
Yeah, this is our... Let's see.
Green.
I believe on the light it is green. Let's see. Yeah, we are still green. Oh, but now we get a wreck. There's 2 incidents. Oh, Trent Dunham. Oh, Cameron Bailey. Ibrahim, Joshua Michaels. Wow, this is a massive wreck. Austin
Oh, it's a mess.
LaPlante. Rue McIntyre, the leader. Michael
Michael
Norman.
Norman. Oh my goodness, what a mess.
And David
And the
Rivera
six
is going to be
car.
the lucky guy, and he's going to be the leader.
Holy cow! Where did Rivera come from?
I don't know, but Rivera's been one of those drivers who's had a big fire under his belly after coming so close to winning at Watkins Glen. But now he's in the catbird seat at the moment. He is your leader, while drivers behind him are coming down the pit road. But man, we had two different incidents take place on the same in the same stretch in the backstretch.
Galley got damage as well. I don't know if I think maybe that's new damage or old damage. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out when we take a look at the replays. But a lot of key contenders like the 8. Oh, and Austin Weiner gets a little contact from Cameron Bailey on pit road. Joshua Michaels' day is probably going to be done. Rue McIntyre doesn't have any real front end damage, but let's keep an eye on him, see if he is going to retire or not. If he does, it's a tough break. So
No,
far, he's still there. Oh, now
he's
he's
retired.
retired. Oh, and I think I saw Seth Cole. He was in there too. Danny Wells right here. I believe he's a lap down. So
Yeah, he's down. I think the 43 is too, but I think second place, I think is the 77. No.
no, it's the 43 who's second. All of a sudden, Henrietta
Holy.
Fitzwater. Wow. After with all that damage she sustained in that first caution, she is all of a sudden here running second, and third is going to be Fred Schaefer. But we'll take a look and see what brought out the caution for the 5th time here at Iowa. Well, here it is. They were almost 4 wide for the lead here between Rue McIntyre, Ibrahim, David Rivera, and Nick Smith. But it looks like Ibrahim forced the 8 up the track.
Oh, look at this. The 6 car, who was the leader, bounced off the wall and kept it going.
Oh, Austin LaPlante and Seth Cole take hard licks, and oh, Cameron Bailey up on the air from a hit, I believe, from
I
the
think that was from
78.
78.
But
Oh,
we
look,
need to take a
them
look at
BK
the
racing cars. The BK racing cars were in a bad situation right there, going 3 wide, close to the wall right there.
yeah, Chris Nelson, Jordan Culp, and Kyle Matthews. That was the second incident that took place. Let's see Cole Daly. Wow, he got through that. But let's see if he's going to get through this. Wow. Even loose and sideways, he got through.
Somebody must have given him that golden horseshoe up his ass, probably after that one wreck or something when he was on pit road. Good lord.
Yeah, indeed. But we're gonna
Yeah,
try to look for the 48. We'll have to go the long way to get to the 48 of Austin LaPlante because he and Seth Cole take hard licks. There are 3 wide with teammate Chris Washer.
Yeah, Seth Cole got up the track right into the little plant right there, and the wreck's going on. Oh my, this is not going to be good. Impact. Oh, at 141 miles an hour.
Yeah,
They
it's
got.
like they did not lose speed. They gained speed going down there. And oh, and he
Oh,
gets another
man.
hit right there from Daniel Day and Michael Norman.
Oh man, that was head on too for Daniel Day into in Austin LaPlante. Oh, and there's the 27 getting involved right there. And way, oh, 83 gets into the 36 as well. But oh man, that was a hard hit, and many casualties involved in the wreck. And we'll have to check after this wreck. I think cars were pitting down. That's why they were lapped down. But
Yeah. But watch the 10. He's going to take a pretty hard hit and go
yeah,
up in the
Bailey
air.
has nothing to do with it. And Brandon Norman, ooh, and the 78 is going to get into Cameron Bailey right there. Oh, there's Ibrahim and Nick Smith right there.
Charles Jackson gets through.
I didn't even see Nick Smith and Ibrahim get involved. That's the odd part about it.
Yeah, and they were one of the starters because they were almost 4 wide for the lead with David Rivera underneath.
Now, I just want to be sure. I noticed there were cars that pitted when that came out. I don't know who did, though, at that time. But let's look at this again, though. Yeah, Ibrahim. Yeah, he just got close up to the 8. And tell me how that 6 car is still running on the track despite hitting the wall. That's amazing.
Yeah, and he saves it even after he hit the wall pretty hard, and he's going to be your leader when we come to the restart, too.
Yeah, I noticed a few drivers on pit road too. I noticed Young was on pit road. I noticed the 77 was on pit road. Let's see, yeah, there was a few. There was Young, there was Wells, Charlie Rod.
Nova and Rodriguez. Yeah, they were
They
all coming down. I believe they were avoiding the wreck, and then they decided to come down pit road.
That's something, and I don't think that was a smart call by those guys. But I think either the tire wear must have gone down or something. I don't know. That's kind of strange, but oh man, that is just let's see. McIntyre was another one as well.
Yeah, Matt McIntyre coming down pit road.
I think this was before the caution. I don't.
It might have been. Let's check to see if the 8 was wrecked yet. Oh, yeah, the wreck is going to happen right at the time. But watch the
Yeah,
48. Bam!
yeah. So that was a little questionable decision right there by those guys. I know most of them are pretty much damaged and off pace, but that's kind of a questionable decision there. But then again, it's
Yeah.
not been a good night for those drivers.
Yeah.
But the good thing though out of all that is that they're going to get some positions gained out of that. So that's a great sight to see for some drivers.
Yes, but that was a massive, massive wreck. Probably the biggest wreck we've had ever that's not a plate track. And whoa, there, Cody Hagan got a piece of it right there by getting into Rue McIntyre. But that took out a lot of drivers, including the leader at the time, which is right there, the 8 car of Rue McIntyre. But now, that was a look at what brought out the caution. We're actually going to go through 4 onboards. First, the 8 of Rue McIntyre, then Austin LaPlante, then I believe we're going to go to an onboard with Joshua Michaels, and then an onboard with Kyle Matthews. Here we are on board with the leader at the time, Rue McIntyre, running up the high groove, and then right there to 51 force him up, and that's where it's going to start.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Oh man, you can see a good view from LaPlante, and Seth Cole bounced off that wall hard there. That was not a good impact, and yeah, he's going to watch a lot more wrecking going on right there. There's the 27.
yeah,
Good
and he
job by
starts to
McIntyre to slow down.
slow down to avoid the 27, and then right there, that hit from the 99.
Hi.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's a look at Joshua Michaels, who was running around the top 20 at the time. There you see they're all going 3, 4 wide up in front. And right there is where the wreck's going to start.
Yeah, nearly turned the 14 right there, and 78 went full throttle and clobbered the 10 right there. You saw a bunch of drivers slow down early. And, ooh, wait a minute, that's odd. He got slammed in the rear and he got front end damage.
Well, that's
Kind of,
because, yeah, he did hit the 10 right in
but
front of
that
him.
damage, there was more damage that was on there. That's kind of odd.
Let's take a look at the rear camera to see if anybody does hit him from behind to get the rear damage. As there you see behind there, you got a good angle of the Kyle Matthews incident.
Ooh, and
Maybe it could have been from that side swipe from Henrietta Fitzwater. I'm not sure, but
oh, that's kind of weird how side swipe can get you more front end damage. Conspiracy.
and here we are on board with the 48 of Austin LaPlante, who's going to take the worst of this wreck. As he's underneath
Yeah.
his teammate Chris Washer, he's got Seth Cole under him, and then BAM!
Yeah, I think that of all the drivers that didn't take a flip, this is there's another one right there. But I think of all the drivers who haven't taken a flip yet, I think LaPlante took probably one of the hardest hits in the race, and probably the season. Man, that's a tough, hard hit for LaPlante. Hope he's okay.
Yes, indeed.
Norman.
And on board with Kyle Matthews, who was in the second portion of the incident with the Burger King cars, right there. He's just going to go spinning, and then
Yeah,
see.
he's gonna make a noob move right here. He decided to gun it, and bam, he runs into 36, and his car smokes. The
Yeah,
the funny thing about it is that he really could have gotten away with a spin, but then decided, I'm done, and rams into him. So that's
yeah,
very not smart by Kyle Matthews.
not smart at all.
Oh.
Alright, well, when we go green, it will be 7 laps to go. David Rivera is going to be your leader. Now, the updated list of drivers out of the race, we have quite a bunch. And they are Charlie Rodriguez, Ibrahim, Cameron Bailey, Barney Taylor, Joshua Michaels, Rue McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, Daniel Day, Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Seth Cole. Those are your drivers out of the race. No, Charlie Rodriguez is still out there, so I made an error.
Yeah. And actually, while we were away, a bunch of cars pitted, but the leader stayed out. So the question comes into play is, will the 6 car have enough fuel and tire wear to hold on for the win? He's got to deal with the 29 that's behind him for second. That's Danny Wells. Or
No,
actually, he's the
second
last
is Henrietta Fitzwater. Third is going to be Fred Schaefer. Fourth, Carlos Rodriguez somehow, and Cody Hagan fifth. Then Chris Washer, Chris Michaels, Cole Daly, Austin Weiner, Dylan Thero. That's your top 10. We need to get up to the 6. And
I
there
don't
he
like
is.
where the 6 car's position's at because he's actually not really going as
Oh,
fast as he
4 wide. Uh-oh. Oh, and we got another incident. Oh, but they save it.
Oh, 3 wide. Holy cow.
2 lap cars underneath the leader. Keep it together. He's going to bounce off the wall, but the caution's out. Fred Schaefer. He's going to get the lead.
And I think the 29, I think he got ahead. Yes, he did. So the
Dylan Youngs. Oh, Austin Weiner. Jordan Culp's got bad damage. Austin Weiner's involved. Cody Hagan got brutal damage.
Got heavy smoke coming in there. And that
Trent Dunham. Dylan Thero's got a little side damage. Carlos Rodriguez an even bigger buckle on his hood. But there you see, if we don't get to go green, if we do, it's going to be a 1-lap shootout. But if we don't go green, you could be looking at your winner, Fred Schaefer, in the 31. But let's take a look at a replay to see what happened to what brought the caution for the 6th time here at Iowa. Well, look at this. These drivers are about to go 4 wide once again. And Cole Daly's going to come up into Charlie Rodriguez, and that's going to force him into the wall, and that's where Austin Weiner gets a piece of it. Dylan Thero gets turned. Ian Dutta.
There's a brake check going on, and one car decided to go. And
Cole Daly goes barrel rolling.
Oh my goodness, Daly's going to take a wild barrel roll on a short track. You do not see that every day.
Yeah, and he's going to flip quite a lot.
Yeah. Good thing he lands on 4 wheels, too. I was about to say, if that car moves, I'll be
and Cody Hagan went upside down as well. I'm not sure what happened to him. Oh, he's going to come up into Carlos Rodriguez. And this is for 6th place at the time. And just the contact forced him upside down. I believe he's going to tumble over at least once. Oh, Nick Smith got a piece of it too. I did not know. Oh, he's going to start to barrel roll as well. Wow, and he's on top of the wall too, and then he finally comes to rest.
Let's actually see that again real quickly, because I think I may have noticed something a little interesting. Yeah, the 99 just really got tight into the 30.
Yeah, they were trying to avoid the 7, and the 7 managed to get around. And then they just make contact, and that's going to force the 30 up into the wall, and then right there, that's going to force the 99 to go upside down.
Man, and that 99 was stuck on the side, and there it is, it goes upside down.
Oh, that is where Trent Dunham got his damage. Just a little hit. Yeah, Nick Smith was involved.
Flipped him over more and more. How did that 10 car avoid that?
I have no idea. And he's still in the race somehow, even with the damage he has. But we're actually going to go through 2 onboards, and they're going to be both with the 99 and the 88. And actually one more with the driver who hit the 88. Here we are on board with Cody Hagan. It's up there. That is where drivers were getting into each other, and they save it. But behind him was the incident with Charlie Rodriguez. But look at this ride he's going to take. We're going to count how many times he's going to tumble. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times Cody Hagan's going to barrel roll. But that is a tough break for that 99 car. On board with Jordan Culp in the 83. There you see the wreck happens right there. Now watch this. Right in the driver's door, too.
That's safe to say that's going to be the end of the 83's day. Too much front-end damage.
Indeed. On board with Cole Dally, who is not going to forget this day, and he takes probably the second wildest ride this season. There you see, he gets into the 13 right here. That is 9 times Cole Dally barreled. That was only 4.5 short of what Seth Cole did earlier in the year. There you see the
I
other
don't think he
incident that took
wants to beat
place.
Steph's record though. That's the one thing to sure. One thing for sure.
Yes. But that was a look at what brought up the caution. We will now take you to what could be our final restart of the race. Well, when we come around, it's going to be a green-white checkered here at Iowa. Fred Schaefer is your leader. Now, the updated list of drivers out of the race are Trent Dunham, Nick Smith, Cody Hagan, Jordan Kolb, Cole Dally, Austin Weiner, and that is all. So now we only have about 18 cars on track and only 14 on the lead lap. Fred Schaefer's your leader. Second, David Rivera. Third, Henrietta Fitzwater. Fourth is going to be Chris Washer. Fifth, Chris Michaels. Sixth, Ian Siegel. Seventh, Charles Jackson. Eighth, Chris Nelson. Ninth, Dylan Thero. Chris Dollarton, 10th. Then Ian Dutta, Dylan Young, Danny Wells, and Carlos Rodriguez.
And I'm going to give a quick shout out too to the two cars who actually made it back onto the lead lap. They were a lap down before that caution. Now they're back in the lead lap, 2 laps to go. But I don't think that 2 laps to go are going to be fun and like in an interesting way. Here we go. Green flag is out. I think a caution is going to be coming out very soon.
Well, if a caution does come out, and now we got a battle for second between David Rivera. Oh man.
Uh-oh. And I think that's what the 31 wants to see.
Oh, and Charles
That's
Jackson, Chris Michaels. Chris Michaels got spun.
Oh my goodness.
Charlie Rodriguez gets
I don't
spun.
think it's over yet. Oh. Geez,
And Fred Schaefer's coming to the white flag, and he is your leader. I think he's going to win it. And he is. Wow, Fred Schaefer.
I think Dylan Thero's in second.
Let's see. No, Henrietta Fitzwater.
Wait, they're saying she's third. Wait a minute.
That was from when they last scored her.
Wait a minute, we're second. That's kind of strange, but coming off the final turn...
It's going to be Fred Schaefer, who came to take over for Dylan Poteet after the 4th race in Atlanta, has had some great finishes, and finally, he is going to win his first race of the season, be the 15th different winner, 15th driver to be currently in the chase. Fred Schaefer is going to win the Iowa 400 here at Iowa.
Let's see real quickly, just through the rest of the field, who has survived this race. I think it doesn't matter if you're a lap down or not. Henrietta Fitzwater gets second, and oh my goodness, am I seeing this right of who's in third place? But I think they're saying it's the 77 or the 77.
No, third is the 93 of Chris Nelson.
Fourth, I think, is Young.
Fourth is Dylan Young. Fifth, Dylan Thero. Chris Dollarton. Danny Wells.
You may want to give some props to Young because he was lapped down at a point, was stuck in the back, I think, most of the race, comes up in 4th place. That is unbelievable. Great night for that 2-car. Thero survived in the top 5. And how about Chris Dollarton? Got involved in a few wrecks. He ends up with the top 10 finish.
Indeed. Here are the official finishing results. Fred Schaefer is going to finally get that win he's been hoping for this year, and he's going to get a potential spot in the chase. At the moment, he would be in the chase since it's 15 different winners, 15 winners in the chase, and 1 non-winner would be in the chase at the moment. But Fred Schaefer's going to win. Henrietta Fitzwater, even after getting in that first caution, she's going to come through with second. Third, Chris Nelson, who was involved in that big wreck that happened a couple cautions ago. He's going to come away with third. Fourth, Dylan Young, who was a lap down earlier. He's going to come away with a top 5. This could help him out a lot in points. And then rounding out the top 5 is going to be Dylan Thero, another great finish for that 13 team.
I think Young, too, at a point. He was 13th, and I forgot where he was after Bristol, but I think it's safe to say he may get himself back in the top 10, I think.
Yes, but we are 1 race left in the season. If he wants to make the chase, he's going to have to win next week at Richmond if he's going to have a chance to make the chase. But 6th is Chris Dollarton, 7th Danny Wells, 8th David Rivera, 9th Ian Siegel. Rounding out the top 10 is Ian Dutta. And then the rest of the cars that finished, at least on the lead lap, were Carlos Rodriguez, Chris Michaels, Charles Jackson, and Chris Washer. Everybody else was a lap or more down or out. And they were Matt McIntyre, Henry Nova, Cameron Bailey, Charlie Rodriguez, Trent Dunham, Nick Smith, Cody Hagan, Jordan Kolb, Cole Daly, Austin Weiner, Ibrahim, Barney Taylor, Joshua Michaels, Rue McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, Daniel Day, Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Seth Cole, Cody Lamas, Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Hudson, Chris Oliver, Noah Hart, Eric Burden, Jessica Sheldon, Sonny Hammond, and Tommy Mooney. So that was your official finishing results. That is race 25 down. We have one more race left of the regular season before the 10-race chase for the championship. But congratulations to Fred Schaefer, a part-timer for the most part after he took over for Dylan Poteen. He's moved himself up into the top 30 in points. This win could potentially put him in the top 20 once again in the points. But congratulations to Fred Schaefer. That is one race down, one to go as far as what was left before the regular season. But I would like to thank Dylan Young for commentating this race with me. Don't worry, he's still going to be around, and we're going to do Richmond coming up next. So thank you guys for tuning in.
X equals 2 deaths. Interesting.
Well, thank you for watching. Iowa's coming up is your results one more time, as well as the official point standings. But until the next race, so long, everybody.